I be smoking on that off voodoo. Ay. I be real just like voodoo.
Martin, welcome back to our podcast. Really glad to have you back.
Yeah, thank you very much for inviting me.
I mean, it's 2025. It's the Game Changers. We're less than a week out from the race beginning. How are you feeling at the moment? How are things going on the ground with your team?
Yeah, the nights are very short and our working days are very long in order to make sure that everything is organized in the right way and that everybody who is coming to race Red Bull Romaniacs has the greatest experience of his life and a good and safe and extreme race. So yeah, it's not that we're doing it the first time, so we can use the experience that we have made over the past 22 years now in order to make it a great experience for everybody who's coming to race Red Bull Romaniacs, and of course also for the media that is coming to prepare the logistics and so on for them. Yeah.
At this point, I guess, in your career with setting up this race, do you ever get stressed at all leading up to these finals days, or is it just pretty exciting for you?
It is very exciting, and I very much love my job. I'm in a lucky situation that I could make my hobby a living 2 times in my life. First as a snowboard professional, and then getting into the hard enduro world, which I have been living already during my snowboarding days. And so yeah, of course it's hard. It's hard work, but it's great.
Yeah.
It's great, especially when we can see the success that we have. When we can see that we have over 60 nations appearing Red Bull Romaniacs, that our registration is selling out so fast, that the new adventure bike class is running so well. So this is all very satisfying.
Yeah, so we spoke a little bit offline now just before we got going, and we spoke a little bit about the adventure bike class, the Ultimate and Lite, as well as for the eMoto Expert and eMoto Hobby. How are preparations going for these two classes? This is completely new for Red Bull Romaniacs. So for your team and for yourself, how's the preparation going?
Yeah, it goes good, but we also have some surprises that caught us without expecting them. We thought we know our racetracks very well, but only when we went with the big motorcycles into the testing, when we went riding in very wet and difficult conditions, we realized the one or the other section is just a bit too much. Also, only by testing, we realized that the batteries are not lasting that long, especially when the conditions are very difficult and wet. So we went to go and test in the hardest conditions, and then we had to adjust the one or the other plan. But yeah, things are done. We have a great team. Our track director Deo is working since the last Romaniacs on the new race. Then we could get also our former track director Klaus back into the game, who is now taking care of the adventure bike class. And then we have around 30 track managers out there at the moment, marking the racetracks and preparing everything and making sure all farmers and everybody's informed and permission. So it's a lot of things that needed to be done, and now it's just the final making everything work.
Yeah, I see on your Instagram some pictures and views of the track managers' jobs. It seems like that's also quite a cool job to have, I think, leading up to Red Bull Romaniacs, is being able to set the course. That looks pretty fun. But looking at the ADV class, I can only imagine how tough it must be when things get wet for those big twin cylinders. It's a completely different game when it starts to rain, right? And I guess you as a organizer have to keep this in mind at all times, right?
Yes, I badly got stuck yesterday on the adventure bike testing some of the racetracks, and yeah, this is definitely a situation that is critical. Yeah, to a 200 kilo bike, you need to ride it because you cannot really push it, at least not alone.
No, not at all. I get that. So, I mean, for just talking about a bit of a broader perspective of hard enduro at the moment. I mean, 2025 has been quite a crazy year for the sport. I mean, going from having no promoter and potentially no series, no world championship, to then a last minute promoter change and having the series. Red Bull Romaniacs and Red Bull Erzberg announced that they will not be part of the 2025 championship, which is understandable at that point because there was just not a lot of information at that time. So you needed to have that information to base your decision. But then you guys also announced that you will be having an Extreme Enduro Rally World Championship. Tell us a bit more about that. What does that entail for the sport of hard enduro?
Yeah, it was a little bit different because when the championship has been cancelled, I had a conversation with Karl Katter from the Erzberg, and we said, what can we do with this situation? The sport deserves a championship. The sportsmen need to be crowned. And as our events are standing, as media and everything is set up, we said, okay, let's just do a world championship so we have something for the 2025 year. And that would give us time to start working on a future solution. Obviously, the situation with former promoter KTM insolvency and so on, there was a lack of money. On the other side, I still would have seen a possibility for the last promoter to continue organizing the race, because the media was lined up. Red Bull media, Red Bull and KTM both staying with the sport since decades and pushing the sport and supporting the sport, would have also done the media work for the championship. The races were lined up. So the only thing that was kind of missing was some budget to bring marshals here. And I think this is a part that could have been also covered by the governing body and continue an already established championship, get over 2025, use the time in 2025 to look how will 2026 be, what new partners could get in order to finance it and come up with a stable championship. So that was definitely not an achievement to let what has been built up in the past go down in that way. And that was also a bit of an emotional reaction of our side as well. Say, okay, something needs to be done. Then that the championship will then be recovered in a fast way was unexpected, to be honest. I did not think that there will be an FIM championship with that little left time, because 3 weeks before the first race, it wasn't even clear what's happening. And for Red Bull Romaniacs, there were definitely a few open topics that couldn't be answered by the promoters. We had also requests from the participants that a multiple day event like Romaniacs should get different points than just single day races. That was a topic that also couldn't be answered by that time. And then we said we would rather stay out and see what is going to happen. Wishing good luck to the new promoters, and then are open also for further discussions when it comes to the next year and the future, how to move on with the sport, because this is something we have been doing for the past Erzberg 30 years, Romaniacs 22 years. We've always been pushing, evolving the sport, and this is also what we are living for and want to continue to do. Away from politics, away from short-term money-making thinking. We care about the sport that we love and that we live for.
I would also argue that Red Bull Romaniacs and Erzberg are the pioneers of this facet of racing as well, right? Like, it's been As you said, I think it was 22 years or so. I might be mistaken, but yeah, there's been so many years of history through the growth of these sports. And whenever we speak about the World Hard Enduro Championship, the biggest question people in the industry, customers, spectators, they all ask is, why isn't Red Bull Romaniacs involved? Why isn't Erzberg involved? So, I mean, I completely understand the current situation, and I think from your side, quite smart to pull away and just use the year's consolidation and see exactly what is going to happen. Tell us more about what the Extreme Enduro Rally Championship is. So this is not like FIM backed. This is kind of just between Erzberg and Romaniacs. Is it what can the riders expect at the end of this race? Let's just say we crown a winner. What can they expect?
Mm-hmm. I mean, first of all, your question was why isn't Romanaics, why isn't Erzberg part of the race? I think it should shortly be answered. For Red Bull Romaniacs, I did have conversations with the new promoters, and I figured out it's not the right place to go. But looking at Erzberg, they were not even contacted, and there were lies that all steps were taken in order to involve Erzberg, and if you are not even talking to the organizer, you haven't done anything. So this is like a really important point to stay with the truth, and yeah, I guess this is important for people to know. Now concerning the championship that we are looking at, there is possibilities to have more of a rally style extreme enduro racing in a championship, because there are more events that have long multiple day events. So it could be two different championships, but there's like a bunch of ideas that we have. I also have to admit that the World Championship hasn't really been a World Championship so far. It has more been a European Championship with a short visit to North America, with a short visit to Asia, if we can count Turkey as Asia. So I believe that we really need to push that sport worldwide, and Far Asia has a lot more potential. South America has a lot potential. So I would really want to see a worldwide activity. And I don't want to talk negatively about FIM, but I think we are in a time where we are still growing, and where it needs development, and where it needs flexibility. And this is something that I'm missing in that case, because having a stiff federation in the background, that is also limiting the flexibility to come up with new ideas and to get new events, new people into the sport.
Yeah. I think we should move off this topic. And for those people that are now currently traveling to Cebu, super excited for the 2025 Game Changers Red Bull Romaniacs, what can they expect? I guess carnage, but do you have anything secret that you can share with us now to give them some maybe advantage or a bit of a taste of what they can expect when they arrive at Cebu?
Yeah, the prologue is already built, a part of it at least. The final construction will then be starting on a Friday evening. And it's going to be a spectacular event. Prologue as always. Andy, our prologue builder, came up with a few new ideas. But I think you will have to wait for until the live transmission, so then you can see the new obstacles, which will be on Monday when we have our opening ceremony. This is the first time also when we are going live with Lite Live Maniacs at 1:30 Eastern European time. Have the nations right with all the 60 nations, the flags, then the show, press conference, meet and greet. So this is a the race days are going to be a challenge, of course, and I think what is going to be very new is the hill climb. Hill climb area is the first time that the gold class will be doing it 3 times. So, like we have the Live Maniacs live transmission at the hill climb, and there is a bunch of pretty crazy obstacles there as well. So it will be very interesting to watch the final day.
That's awesome. And where can listeners that are tuning into this episode watch the Lite Live Maniacs? Is it on Red Bull, or are we watching it on YouTube? Where can they tune into it?
Yeah, YouTube or website, Facebook. Quite a bunch of partner magazines are pushing and promoting it as well, and and every day is a live transmission. The prologue is being live in the afternoon at 5 o'clock Eastern European time, and then the off-road days is every day at 12 o'clock. And also we will be transmitting from more locations live, so it will be a chance to see also the start, to see one or two of the signature sections, to see the Live Maniacs looping area, and also having the finish. So it's going to be pretty exciting.
Awesome. And just to finish up this episode, I would like to just pick your brain with some race predictions. I know that you probably don't want to get into these details, but who do you think has got the win in the gold class? I mean, it's hard to beat Manny at the moment, but do you think that any other riders have what it takes to take it to the champ?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, Manny is definitely the most experienced when it comes to Red Bull Romaniacs, and his riding style is a bit of that was Graham Jarvis was 10 years ago. Very smooth, conserving energy, moving forward everywhere, not wasting not time, but not also energy, and will be very. Also, if there's not anything happening to him on a motorcycle, I see him winning again. My second guess would then be Theo or Mario.
Okay. Right, that's super interesting. For me, I think that someone like Mitch Brightmore has got some exciting things to show the guys, because he's just got some serious talent at speed at the moment. So for me, that's just kind of my personal pick for the race. So but Martin, thank you for taking the time, and I wish you all the best for this year's edition of the Red Bull Romaniacs. I wish I was there racing again. And I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic event for all your competitors, and just wishing you all the best from us here.
Yeah, thank you very much. Also looking forward to see you again racing Red Bull Romaniacs. In that case, maybe 2026, as you cannot make it this year.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, and we're looking forward to a good race. It looks like the weather forecast is pretty good with us. It has been raining a bit this week, so it's not too dusty. The next days should be kind of warm and dry. So I think it will be just perfect conditions, and we can leave all the heavy sections in the track.
Yeah. Okay. Cheers, man.
Thank you very much.